Hi everybody, Susie here and welcome to a Vintage Design Studio today. I am going to wing it and try to make something from scratch and show you what I'm doing. I'm just hoping that it's not a very long video. So what I have here is some really pretty fabric. It's actually a very nice I don't know what this is. It's not canvas, but this is like that you would cover furniture or a chair with, type of tapestry. Okay. I've actually had this for quite some time, and I don't know how long. I was looking for something because my room is packed up to move, and I was looking for something and came across this, and I thought that I might like to try and use a little bit of it and just make a video that you can, for my watch me create. So I don't think I've ever used this before. I doubt it. So it's kind of like not really even in a way. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this, and I have this tremendous scissor. Look at this scissor. My husband got it for me in a flea market for like $5. It's old, but it's real sharp. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this so that I can get a piece of it and see where it takes us from there. I do have a very big cutting mat, and I have a couple of these, but I don't have enough room on my table to make a video. I'd have to actually go into my dining room, and there's no way to set up this iPad tripod that I'm trying again to use. So, okay. So now I've got a small piece of fabric here, and I keep looking in to make sure we're in picture. I just want to make sure that nobody misses out because I'm going from a different angle. Okay. So now what I'm looking to make here is some type of pouch, sachet, something very simple that I do not have to sew. I will not be using my Fabri-Tac because the glue is leaking out of one side when I squeeze it, so that's out of the question. So I'm going to try and see if I can do something here that's cute and simple and that you can give it as a gift. So I'm just going to play around. I'm just trying to see what angle I'm going with here. Alrighty then. Okay. But let me see. I just want this to be like, I like the pink part of it. I kind of like this too. I don't even know where. My husband might have picked this up for me. I like this type of look because it gives me somewhat of like a Victorian feel because of that blue. And you know, Victorian is not always cream or white. In fact, I mean, we make up what we like as we all go along with whatever we're making. So I'll just say it like that because it's the truth. I mean, no one set grounds on, oh, you know, Marie Antoinette has to be whatever color. I mean, I've done Marie Antoinette in solid black. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm so picky, that's why I never do videos like this, because I can never make up my mind. I'm trying to make the stripes look straighter than they are, so I'm just going to cut into this. Okay. That's pretty cool. So I started this Watch Me Create series, and this is what we're working on now. So this is actually my number 2, and I'm just adjusting a little here, sorry. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for some type of a Victorian style, if you would, perfume sachet. I would like to try and do that. So that's what we're going to give it a go a little bit. I just want to get a couple of supplies here. Just looking to see what kind of colors I got going on. I am never ready. You guys that watch my video know Susie is never ready, and I so want to share with you my craft room. You have no idea. It's a horrible mess, and some of you ladies have such pretty tables, all even and everything looking all beautiful, and I'm a very messy designer. I mess up my room something horrible that I can't even begin to tell you. that when I clean it, it's hours of cleaning. So yeah, so okay. So let me just figure this out, because I'm always used to sewing that I don't know, I don't use glue for stuff like this, but let's see. I'd like this to remain a nice looking size, and because I'm not sewing, okay, let me just try to wing this out here a little. And what I'm doing is totally against stuff that I make, but when I make stuff for someone, for some type of whatever it may be, I don't do this. But this is just for the sake of the video, and hopefully you'll enjoy watching me craft. So, okay. I'm sorry that I'm quiet. I'm not much of a big chatter while I'm doing things. I'm not used to really talking when I'm making stuff. So just to let you know, I'm using something here called, what is this called? Sorry about that. Fiber Loft, and it is a polyester fiber fill. Okay. Why does the phone have to ring just when I have to do something? Okay, so going back to where we were, I'm sorry about that. The phone always seems to ring. I'm sitting in my office, and I'm using a small area for crafting because I'm in my office. I'm not in my studio. So in the meantime, where I was at was showing you what I had done was by making a small pocket here of this fabric. I'm sorry, I need to adjust this because I just feel like you're not getting enough of a view of everything. Okay, that's better. And so I'm just gonna, what I like to do when I do this is I break up my fabric to really small pieces, and someone once told me that by doing so your fiber fill will be a lot fuller when you stuff it. So I don't just take it out of the bag and fling it in there. I separate it like that, and I've been doing that for a really long time. So we're just gonna put these pieces in here of the fiber fill and just keep stuffing them. I don't like this angle at all. I think this is going to be my last video with this angle because I feel like you're looking at my hands rather than watching me craft. So, okay. So, I have already separated this, and I'm just pushing this in as best as I can, and I like making sure that my corners are very full, and you can see like there's the inside, but there's not enough that's in there, so I'm just going to get some more. I've had this bag for a little while. I go through it like, I had a big box of it, and now I have to get another box because I make a lot of items that are stuffed. Okay, so we're going to just push this in here, and we've broken up the fibers, and keep going in, and you can see it's starting to get nice and full in there. Okay, and now what I did here was I just I tucked in, and if I was sewing, I would sew this right down, and I'd have a nice clean angle all the way around, but I'm not sewing. So I'm just going, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some glue. Oops. I just want to make sure everything is even. I'm hoping I'm in the picture. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in there and squeeze. I don't like burning myself. I once dropped my hot glue gun when I was wearing shorts on my leg, and I still have a little bit of a mark there from that, so I just try to be very careful with the hot glue. Love the hot glue, but not a fan of it if I have to touch it for some reason. And so here's the other side of it. I just want to put a little bit in there. And then just want to make sure here that the fabric is inside. And the last piece I'm just going to hold down. Okay. So here I have this really cute little stuffed pouch, which I'm going to make a perfume sachet from. And this will be a lot of fun because the best part really is when you're making something and you know, once you put it all together, the best part is actually designing and getting it to look really pretty. So I have a lot of goodies here, and I'm just wondering, I wish you were here to help me pick out something. And I was kind of thinking about this, but that's a little too wide because this is very small. So I do have a hysterical amount of everything floating all over the place. But I think, let me see if I just have something else here. Oh my goodness. There's just so much. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I just, I'm never ready, which makes it pretty bad on my part, and I'm sorry about that. But I have a bunch of trims, and I have an awful lot of stuff here. I don't know if I ever mentioned to you guys, but my beautiful, most favorite fabric store in the whole world closed down a little over a year ago. My husband bought out a lot of lace trim, and we bought every single box of buttons in the entire store, which led us to probably about 1,000 boxes of buttons of mostly every kind. So I have those actually stored, and I'm going to have to either sell some of them at some point in time because I need to take them all out of the boxes and put them in jars, and I don't really need that many buttons. Anyway, getting back to this, so I would like to design this this cute little perfume sachet with you, and I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I did at some point. So, and you know, like I'm not sewing here, so it kind of leaves me with the feeling that I'm going to get bulky on this, and I hate that. I don't like that sloppy kind of bulky look. So I'm just trying to see if there's another route that I can go here without it looking cheesy, because I don't really like that. But I just want to give you an idea. But I'm going to try now anyway and see what happens. Let's see. I'm just, you know, trying to get my ideas going. Okay, so now I have a little bit of a feeling what I'm doing, and I'm going to go ahead and take you with me. So let's just make sure that we're all together in picture. Okay, here we go. So now what I want to do here is I want to squeeze down the ends, even though this has long been dry. But I want to make sure that I'm not gluing on top of what's inside all that yummy cushion that we're going to spray pretty perfume and it'll stick. So I'm just going to get my hot glue gun, and I'm going to make a nice strip of it, and I'm going to take this really pretty eyelet fabric and I'm going to adhere it on. Don't give up on me yet. I know it's not like the greatest, but we'll see, okay? I wanted to make another video, the Watch Me series. I really wanted to stick to it. But I had so many people asking me so many different questions. And I apologize for not getting back to anybody. I've been extremely, extremely busy. I tried to hold this down to make sure it's straight before I actually adhere down the lace. Flipping it around. Now this looks like a little miniature pillow, but I love that blue, that turquoise color in combination with the mauve and the light green and the cream and some of the gold. All of those rich colors that some type of wealthy person or someone would have. I like that type of feel. I like that look in things. I've always really, I've been telling you guys this for years. I can't wait to get my room done. It's just that life has come in front of all the things that are not that important, and we just left it to the side. So, but when that happens, you'll be able to see everything that I have, and I'm going to show you all of it. Okay. So here we go. This isn't too bad now. I'm trying to fold the corners down here so everything overlaps nicely without it being bulky. You know, it's different when you're sewing it. You're going through it with a needle. You know, there's no bulk because you're cutting and sewing. But here I don't want to cut and glue because I don't want to have lots of bulk, which I may have over here. I'm not really sure. We'll see. Just trying to bring the corners down. See what I did there? Okay. So in the meantime, I have a couple of corners and I want to match them all off. I'm just going to see what I could do here. So I'm going to do a little tricky thingy here. Alrighty then. So right here I just made this little corner up. And just be careful with the hot glue. You can really hurt yourself with that. And I absolutely adore some of you lovely ladies have these gorgeous long nails. And I used to have nails like that for years. And I don't know, I just didn't want them anymore. I just didn't want to spend the time to sit there and get my nails done. I go for manicures and pedicures, but I don't put the tips on anymore. And then when they snap and break, I just file them off and leave it. But I really want to get tips put on again. Every time I go, the lady is like, you got to put tips on. Okay, so you see, this is really cute. This actually looks like a little pillow, like a miniature pillow. And the other side isn't too bad. As long as you just stay pretty even, you'll be okay. So, as you see, I did that in front of you, and I would like to just, I enjoy using the Chinese braid, and this is some braid that it's mine from my fabric store. I have like a couple of places that I go to, and they know me well there. And this one is very nice. It's like 1/4 of an inch wide, and it's like an ivory color, and it has a shimmer to it. It's really pretty. I really love that. You know, but they see you coming when you walk in, they're like, oh, she's here. She's probably going to spend a pretty penny again. But that's okay. It's all good. So I'm going to use the hot glue again, and I try not to use too much of it because I don't want the feeling, I don't like the feeling of hot glue on fabric. When you go over and over with hot glue and fabric, you've got tightness, you've got hard. I like everything. I like the fabric to remain soft and pliable, like you don't know what's underneath it. You think it's just thread. That's why I do most of my fabric crafts with by hand or sewing machine, because I get a little crazy. So here we go again. I'm turning all around here, and if you hear barking in the background, I'm sorry. It's my dog. My hubby is outside and he's going crazy. So I hope everybody could see. Yeah, I bought one of those iPod little music things like last summer. And then recently got that holder on Amazon for like 10 bucks. Does a really good job pretty much. At least I'm not using that huge camera that we have. I mean, it's a beautiful camera, but it's heavy, and the tripod is like a huge piece of furniture. So we just stick with this. I'm going to work on one side of this with you so that, you know, for the sake of the video. But I will be, maybe I should just cover the other side also. I'll do one side right now because I don't want the video to be all dragged out and like really long. So, right. here we go. Now, you can see that little end there. It's just a little bit of fabric. I don't like that. And no matter how I, caress the tip of the hot glue gun this way to try and maneuver the hairs or whatever that's off, and it looks pretty good. You really can't tell, but I'm going to fix that. I'm going to embellish a little bit more. And this is so nice. But I think the next one, I made about 50 something of these not long ago as a bridal shower favor. It was in a huge basket. It was an amazing presentation. And they were much more squarer than this. This is a little more rectangular, but it's still really cutesy. And we're going to put some goodies on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see, I'm just having an idea as far as like the center goes. So let's just see if we could play a little. Sorry, I think I just banged the tripod. I'd like to see if I can get like that in there. Oh, give me a quick sec because I have like Button Patrol Serious over here. I'm looking for a certain color. This is just a tiny example of some of the buttons that I have. I did a video on it a long time ago when it first happened. I just want to see if that will go. Nah, that's not so great. But that's a pretty color in there though. Okay, so scratch that idea that I just had. And I think that I am just going to go ahead and continue here. Let me see, what color is that? No? Okay. So we have some little mulberry paper flowers here. And we have some of this here. I'm talking to myself, I'm sorry. I just want to get this looking cute. Okay. So I'll just continue this the way that I've done my others. And you'll get a small idea of how some of them look. I know that I don't do videos on a lot of things that I hear and then quickly go on to someone. That's because I just don't have the time. So what I've done was I took a piece of trim, this lace trim that I have, and some cute little pearl. Let's see if I can get that like this. Okay. I like cutting off my edges with a very sharp scissor. You can almost hear it as it's being cut. I'm going to make a little bow out of this. I know it seems like it doesn't go, but you'll see it'll look very cute. I'm sorry that you're seeing so much of my hands. I won't use this angle anymore. I think I cut too small of a piece, but let's play with this a little. Sorry, but I'm a little nutty with my bows. Okay, so now we're gonna really get rocking on this here. So instead of me using other seam binding, as many times I just like to use really thin thin trim. So let's just lay this down and hope you can see. And I'm going to cover that area where I had just cut it, where I was kind of making sure that there's nothing that was, no hairs of the fibers or anything sticking out. I'm just squeezing this together. Don't worry, it's not going to look yucky. Okay. And then I really don't like, a lot of times I just hit it and I just wing it the way that it is. and it is what it is, and then they wind up coming out really cute looking. So, and that's what I'm planning on doing over here. And this burgundy seam binding, I love this color. I just think it's such a rich color. The burgundies, the turquoises, the gold. It's just such a pretty mixture of colors. I just love that. And this is very old seam binding. This came from my fabric store. I don't even know what they, here look, you can see I'm really serious. I always tell you guys the truth. See how it's covered? 29 cents a yard. I mean, I don't even know what seam binding costs by the yard today, because I don't buy it by the yard. I buy the whole roll when I buy it. So anyway, this is looking pretty cute, right? So I think that adding a little bit of extra something there will also look very cute. So I'm going to go ahead and get some flowers. I'm not going to use the flowers that I make. I'm going to use what I have. I'm just stepping away a quick sec, because nothing is ever really around when I need it. Oh, goodness. I was looking for something, but no, that's not good. Oh, yes. I have everything in boxes, you guys. I packed a long time ago to move, and I've been packing lately, so I try not to kill myself with all the extras, but I'm just gonna, I save a few things to the side to mess around with here. I'm just trying to get a quick idea of the colors that I can use. Okay, so I'm back. Okay, and I've got my favorite flowers here from Wild Orchid Crafts. I used to design for them for a very long time, so I have like a gazillion loads of flowers from Wild Orchid. They're just beautiful flowers. Anyway. Okay, so I was thinking about going in one direction, and then I just suddenly had to change. Okay, what I like to do is I like to snip off the ends of the flowers here. You know, unless I wound up making the roses, then there's no wires there unless they really need wires for like whatever reason, like for bridal bouquets or whatever. I want to use the red, but I'm just steering in a different direction because it seems like more of a deeper red than a burgundy, so I think I'm just going to stick with the cream because I don't want to throw it off, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of like speed up my process here a little bit, so I'm not used to really talking and making stuff, but I started this series with Watch Me Craft. And I figured at some point I'm going to have to talk, right? And I've got pearls. I've got lots and lots and lots and lots of pearls. Bottles and jars and boxes not open of pearls. And I just love incorporating these into my projects. I've done that for a really long time. So here I am. And I'm just going to put a little something in there, just to give it a little something that there's a pearl there. And a little one over here. And this is just absolutely adorable. Here you have a really cute Victorian style, and I say that not because it's loaded with lace, and not because it's dripping with pearls, and not because it's cream or white or anything, but it's my style. I call it Victorian, and also these colors are really, you know, they're royal. They're beautiful colors, and I just think that I like calling it that, and That's it. So this side I'm going to finish when I'm off camera. I'll show you the pictures when I'm done. It'll be after this video. So thank you so much for coming by today and watching me create this really cute little fabric perfume sachet. They make really great gifts. If you have the patience, you can really go ahead and make a lot of pretty presents for people, whether it's your doctor's office, friends at work, a nice neighbor, you name it, or even just a crafty friend that you want to send a little something to. I would not recommend for this using any kind of silks or satin. Even though I've tried it in the past, you will need to sew it. Using satin, taffeta, or any other kind of those organza with a glue, you will see it. It'll be very hard. You need to use some kind of tapestry type that's a little heavier in the weaving of its threads. So thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by today. In the drop down box below here will be my Facebook link where you could see this video there, and pictures, as well as my blog, SuzieCrafter10.blogspot.com. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.